All right, welcome back, everybody. You can see here on the schedule, we've got CLG Conquest coming up in just a moment. Going to get started with the knife round pretty soon, but Conquest, dominant performance there on Mirage, a map that CLG has done pretty big things on internationally. And I'm Helium. Welcome back in. Dust, what's going on?
Pretty good, man. Going pretty good. As we're about to go into Overpass, map number 2. Of course, Conquest, big victory on Mirage there, map number 1. And they've been the better Overpass team lately as well. You look at some of their results in the NA scene, some good wins against Cloud9, Method, and Enemy on Overpass, and ESCA, all very big one-sided wins, in fact. And certainly impressive. One of those was against Cloud9. And also, we saw them the one time they played Overpass in their only LAN as a team at SIVA Season 8. They got a win against Mousesports, a pretty solid Overpass team.
And at that point, that was the first map that Mousesports actually lost.
Yes, I mean, they've really proven their worth on this map. One of the better NA teams on Overpass. CLG at times has shown the ability to play it. They've traded some games against some top teams like Luminosity and Liquid on this map. They've won it on LAN, I think, when they qualified for Cluj against like CSGO Lounge. I mean, they've had their results in Overpass too, but I feel like Conquest has been a bit more impressive on it lately. And when I was kind of thinking about how this series would play out, I was thinking, okay, CLG probably wins Mirage, Conquest gets this map, and then Cobb would be a great shootout. But we saw Conquest steal away Mirage, and they're set up well to 2-0 this series.
That they are. The knife round, at least, will go the way of CLG, so they can start off on that CT side. But Conquest starting on the T side, I mean, for me, they've been a team that have been very, very good at getting the refrags, finding those trades, like ending up in an even situation where they're on the T side. And a map like Overpass, I mean, really not that CT-sided anymore. I've been casting with Launders a lot, obviously, and he kind of leans towards this even being a T-favored map.
I wouldn't go there. I think Overpass actually is probably the second most CT-sided map with the rotation next to Inferno.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't completely sold. I think it's pretty close. It's definitely like an 8,
it depends.
7, 9, 6 now.
It's one of those maps where if you know what you're doing,
yeah, if both teams know how to play it, of course.
But if you have to pug it, it's like nuke. You can just get absolutely
definitely not a good one to pug. But I mean, the nature of the bomb sites now for the CTs, like you have to defend off of the bomb sites, and if you lose those aim battles when you're out, you know, defending in front of B or in front of A, it can get really rough. Oh, nice segue there.
Speaking of rough.
As rough. We'll find 2 kills and an assist to his name here on the first round, and of that, of course, is NAF-FLY, for those of you just joining us.
Yeah, and they're just going to spill into the A-bomb site now and get a bomb plant, so pistol round pretty much secured here from Conquest unless Hazed and Tarik come up with something rather extravagant in this 2 versus 5. They have spotted ShahZaM jump peeking from the truck, but haven't been able to land any shots on him just yet as he just keeps dancing around, baiting bullets here. They will continue to press in. Still trying to find ShahZaM. Still can't hit the shot on him. Finally, Hayes takes him down, but he's killed so much time jumping around. There's no kits for CLG. They'll lose this off the clock alone.
1 HP. 3rd kill. Has an assist. Will he be brought to justice? Yes. CLG's Hazed finally takes him down. That'll be the 2nd kill they get. Rush takes him down, and everybody dies. But it's pistol round. Doesn't really matter too much. Conquest now going to upgrade. Rush goes straight into an AK-47 already.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he goes straight to that, but he's the only one doing so. Everyone else is still being pretty conservative here. He is one of their main entry fraggers, so it's nice to have him set up to frag with the AK. Maybe you put the SMGs first to kind of open things up a bit. CLG will get aggressive here on stairs. They're actually pinching B pretty well, which is where the hit's coming, so there's a chance that this actually works out for CLG. Or not.
Well,
or yes.
I mean, it's new meta of casting, or not. Just keep going with that. Or yes. Some nice trades from CLG here. Hayes now stops the trading, goes away for the robbery, gets the kill on the stand. Here's ShahZaM, faced on both sides with death. Let me get that health back on for you real quick. There it is. Sorry that it disappeared, and Hayes will finish it off. So they upset Hayes with the 5-7, doing a lot of work, picking up a 4K and keeping them in this after what was a pretty...
Yeah, they just had the perfect push for what was happening. Conquest looking for some type of quick B hit. They pinched stairs and construction from sandbags 2 apiece and just kind of pinched Conquest. And it came down to a 2v2, but in the end it was CLG who come up with it. They're Hayes with the quad kill on the round, so really well done. That's really big for them. After having such a tough game on Mirage and losing pistol to start out this map, to come back like that, certainly good news for CLG.
Yeah, what I was going to say was that pistol round was pretty demoralizing. They just got ripped apart in it, but then they come back in a big way. They get Conquest to go onto what is just basically an eco. You got a deagle. It's like the most expensive weapon they went for. There was no armor, no nades, and they have been pretty much ripped apart. Tarik finds 2, JDM with the P90 frag, and maybe some more. He's starting to back off now. Daps, though, is very low. Gets a dink, however, and then Tarik there to save the day. Keep JDM alive.
Yeah, so CLG going to get the 2-1 start despite losing the pistol round, so well done. Money's still a bit tight for Conquest. They could put something out there if they wanted to, but it wouldn't involve ShahZaM having his op, so they might elect to take just another save, but no. AKs are going to be coming out, and as you mentioned, ShahZaM's actually been pretty good with rifles on getting entries and stuff like that, helping his team out even without the op in his hands, which is kind of something a lot of oppers may struggle with, to still have an impact in rounds without an op, but ShahZaM is starting to shape up to be a bit more well-rounded, and we'll see what he can do this round. Stanislaw will push the issue here. He's kind of the new entry fragger replacing Ricks, and he gets it. Nicely done.
Wasn't sure what he had drawn there because the gun wasn't rendering for him, but has the AK, hits this shot, although Cutler and Hazed finding 2, actually, and now a 3rd. Hazed really stepping up here. He is inspired here on Overpass, and it will be only Rough, who does get 1 more, but the round goes the way of CLG. 3-1 now on the CT side.
Yeah, so really well done there from CLG. I mean, despite the opening pick from the new entry fragger Stanislaw, Hayes able to clamp down again, so that's 2 rounds where he's been able to just really multi-frag. We had a quad kill on that eco round they won in round number 2. I think he had 3 or so frags in that round as well, so starting to put some mean defense here on this B side of the map is CLG. It's helping them out a lot, forcing Conquest into a save with the pistols, and it looks like they're just going to try to storm into the lower park.
JDM taking Stanislaw's legs out from under him, and Tarik waiting in the bathroom for daps. And can he get any more here? Running out of ammunition, but probably would have actually found that 3rd frag. 5-on-2. Again, just the full eco for Conquest. As they try to find something that works for them, they'll have another attempt at their rifle round. It'll be the 2nd in round 6. JDM with another nice frag. Rush. Going to make it a little bit more expensive. Let's see how much more damage he can do here. Actually gets a dink there. Must have been through the wall as I came from a deagle.
Yeah, I believe it was. And so CLG will deal with that, not falling prey to any ecos just yet, as Conquest will now have their biggest purchase of the game thus far. AKs across the board, full utility for everyone, plenty of Molotovs as well. Could be seeing that to kind of blanket the B bomb site, and some good smokes to block off rotations at window and the catwalk and such. And a lot of people are heading that way, while that just lurks into the stairs. So they're certainly looking for a heavy B execute, it seems. Stanislaw already kind of taking point here to watch for any type of boosting play over in construction. And we'll just see Conquest chill out for now, but it seems like they're going to explode this B bomb site at some point.
Stan was looking for someone jumping. That nade goes over. Stan taking a little bit more damage from that. I think was that ShahZaM in front of him. So those guys have been taken down a little bit from nades and Molotovs. And they're still spread out for this B defense. No one is pushed off long, and there is still daps in the stairs watching that flank, making sure they don't lose too much map control here. And ShahZaM nearly peeking out and fighting it, but it's daps that gets the entry out in middle. And ShahZaM does bring down Hazed in B. So 4-on-3 finesse over here on headshot ledge. Being pushed actually on all sides. It'll be difficult for him. He's still able to find one. Even finds a 2nd. Now reloading. Makes sure to not step in the fire, but gets shot down before he can reload. Tarik somehow, all right, Stanislaw burning alive, and that's the final kill coming in. JDM was the one that was alive, but...
Yeah, the fire extended and caught Stanislaw while he was spraying one of the guys rotating from window, which was like if he could have gotten out of that, it would have been a 1v1 that he had a shot at, but just extended it a little bit too far and caught him. And so, despite the fact Conquest had some great kills, I mean, Daps cuts off a rotate really early at bathrooms. You see ShahZaM get the entry onto the B-bomb site. Good start, but CLG able to respond very effectively here and secure the round, and now Conquest onto a 4. ShahZaM spotting a jump peek, hits the headshot thanks to those new
I mean, CLG has jump
peeked
peeked every single round. Stanislaw and ShahZaM have come out of that short drain pre-firing it almost every single time. Hayes finally gets punished for it, and just to flick back to that last round, I mean, that was finesse coming up huge. He gets the trade kill onto ShahZaM, and then 2 other players pushing him. He manages to get both those kills. If he doesn't do that, if he doesn't get all 3 of those kills, they might have lost that round.
Yeah, Conquest still trying to force the issue over here at the B-bomb site, but CLG's already, in good position here with Cutler and his teammate Finesse, but Finesse does go down. Great entry there from Stan. Cutler still up. He's at Graffiti here. They know he's there. They're still waiting for a rotate window as well, and they are going to get this bomb planted, so this could finally be that second round, despite it being a force.
And Molotov going to heat up Stan's feet. He actually gets a kill before going down. It's Tarik who finds 2 from up here in the window. JDM also here, so both CTs coming from the same exact place. NAF in a rough position.
Spot.
I'll just keep throwing that in there because why not? Yeah, he had no cover from that. They'll drop the smoke. Daps is here with the Tech 9. These guys have kits. He'll tap the bomb. Now he's made footsteps. They know where he's at. Tarik kind of getting smoke blinded. He's going to fall, but the bomb is defused by JDM. And Daps speaking out for it will go down.
These are some really big rounds here from CLG, man. Like, it keeps getting down to the wire, but somehow they're still finding a way to pull it out. NAF kind of stuck in a weird spot there in that 2 versus 2. Probably cost them a lot. But nonetheless, got to give credit here to CLG for just playing the CT side really well, especially Hazed. He had a couple of rough games with this team lately, but he's coming up pretty big. Some of these initial holds over on the B side of the map, and Conquest, though, right back to bind thanks to that bomb plant and thanks to the loss bonus. They're able to get the op in ShahZaM's hands for the first time this game and still have, you know, some decent weaponry between the AKs. A little bit lacking on utility, but still enough to make some damage happen. So we'll see what they can do as they're looking pretty heavy towards the A side this time around. Yeah,
and CLG went out fairly aggressive into middle, but have since dropped off somewhat early in the round. What is their setup? Tarik's holding in the short bathrooms, JDM on the outside of that, and then as Cutler just jump spotting at long. If he jumps, he might actually even get taken out by ShahZaM, who is now up on the flower bed. And Cutler will just smoke it off. The smoke can be somewhat dangerous, though, because then it just allows a staging area for the terrorist to move up behind it.
I think ShahZaM might even be able to see a little bit over it if he actually jumps around, so that's also something else to think about if you see him maybe find some type of op kill there. But some good smokes being thrown by JDM to hold off anything over here at mid and bathroom, so they're bogging Conquest down, forcing them to execute really late while they have low HP. And CLG, in fact, will find all the frags over here at the upper part. So really well done. Only Stanislaw and NAF. Let's Stan will get 1. It's a 2-on-3, but they're running out of time.
And NAF finding a frag into the 2-on-2. NAF is down at 8 HP. He's going to try to re-smoke and get this bomb down. Are they covering this flank, though? Because you've got Finesse in the bathrooms. Stan is not covering this whatsoever. Still, Ruff is going to get the bomb down. Surprisingly let it happen. Now Finesse, sorry, I keep calling him Ruff. NAF does get the bomb down. Finesse, though, from behind. And now Hazed.
Yeah, really good job there. That flank from Finesse was well orchestrated, get a couple of kills, and allows the round to be secured. Also, just the initial hold by players like Cutler and Tarik in the A bomb side to get it down to that point where it was so late and so much damage had been dealt.
Cutler even got a USP frag.
Yeah, that's awesome stuff. So now they're up 7-1, so this is looking really, really good. Great recovery from CLG after what we saw in the first map, and even after losing the pistol. It's the only round they've given up, despite the fact that some of these rounds have been quite close. Conquest unable to close any of them out just yet. See if they fare better as, again, looking towards the B bomb site. And they've been pretty just site-dependent. They pretty much decide where they're going to hit right at the very beginning, which they are known to be a pretty aggressive team, I guess. It's kind of their style on the T side.
And Finesse, though, taking early damage. It's actually NAF that has the op. Tried to finish it off by spraying that Tech 9 through Monster, but Finesse was able to cross back to the other side, and he gets over back in Graffiti. Going to want to play where nades are not likely to be thrown and may not be tested if Hayes keeps hitting shots. He's been a very big performer on this B site with 11 kills. Tarik also with 11 frags for CLG.
Absolutely. Hayes has really stepped up his game here on the CT side this time around and starting to deny some of these entries that Conquest were getting earlier in the half at Sandbags. Now they're not able to do so thanks to Hayes, and we're going to see Conquest still trying to test the waters over here at B Hover, throwing their set smokes and nades out and looking to make this execute happen, but the rotate's already come in from CLG, and they're doing well here.
There it is, through Monster. Doesn't quite have enough bullets to finish off NAF with the spray down, but Finesse from the other side finds a double from 17 HP at the very start of the round. Still finds 2 kills. It's 8-1. Conquest, you know, dishing out pretty much a straight-up beating there on map 1, and now CLG giving Conquest a taste of their own medicine here on Overpass.
I mean, I have to say I expected a little bit more out of Conquest. They've been looking so sharp on this map lately, on both sides of the map, but so far they've been absolutely shut down here. They're just very execute heavy, but those executes aren't really panning out. Just being, especially on this B side, Hayes defending so well. It's one of these initial situations. And now they're on just the pistols here, looking to try to make a push into mid, but Tarik just catching them with the help of Cutler, and it's pretty much all over.
Yeah, daps will find 2, so forcing those rebuys, CLG, even with so many rounds in a row, that is 8, maybe not 9 actually, because Conquest, still the numbers are the same. Daps is pretty low, but NAF has that op. And they can probably get the CTs. Rotations are fast on this map, of course, but still getting the CTs to split up. You got FNS and Bank and hazed actually on the canal side of B. Hazed in a really good spot here, I think, when time starts to get low.
Yeah, I mean, Nat's going to bring this up over the monster. Hazed is already crossed, so if he doesn't peek, he actually has like a really good off angle just to catch them walking out. So, I mean, this could be all over right here now if Hazed connects these shots.
Oh, they're going to split up.
Is NAF going to check his rights? The question.
Yes,
he does, and he hits it. Really nicely done. Wow.
And there is an HE. Is FNS going to get there in time to drop this HE onto the site? That would kill daps. Nope. And NAF will throw his over the graffiti wall there. I think he just spotted the toe. Yep, and he tagged it as well. Trimming FNS's toenails for him.
Took a lot of damage, though, himself. So, I mean, this is still very winnable for FNS. But, yeah, really well positioned. Catches him jumping down. So, finally, Conquest put together another round. Despite the fact that it was a rough start, it was actually a save, in fact. Picked up a fallen op there and make it work. And there you have it. Conquest finally on the board here.
Yeah, 2 rounds, and they're going to need to... They got a lot of work to do, actually, to come back into this. I don't think the map is that separated in terms of CT bias. Conquest would probably want to get up to at least 5.
Yeah, I think 6 is the target here, actually, for Conquest. So not quite a win out, but pretty close to it would be their comfort zone. But JDM boosted up, going to find that initial pick onto Rush at the upper park. And so CLG just really getting a lot of these opening picks lately. ShahZaM does, in fact, find the trade. He does eventually pick up JDM. So back to a 4-on-4, but Cutler's still in position in the bathrooms here to cause a disturbance.
Ooh! Sending NAF flying. And they're aware that ShahZaM's behind this tree. Nades going in, seeking him out. They've done about 30 damage there. 3-on-4, Conquest with their backs up against the wall, looking to get their losing bonus reset. Tarik finds ShahZaM now. Cutler, aware that Stan is coming here through the long bathrooms, takes him out, and it's daps, who is absolutely massive on Mirage, finding the shot onto Cutler, leaving him in a 1 versus 2. Bomb is down. He actually has the option to pick it up.
Decent time left, but he's pretty far off from being who you would get cut off anyway by FNS. So he's kind of getting bottled in and kind of forced to try to make a play over here at the A-bomb site where Hayes is in position. So this is going to be a very tough 1-on-2. He picks up an op. May not even be thinking about going for this. May just be trying to kind of hold on to this op as best as he can. But you see him pressing into A little bit, so I guess he is going to go for it with the AWP. A little bit surprising.
Yeah, he's got really no way of knowing that both of these guys are on what I would call the T side of middle. If he had maybe been able to get one and then plant for Bank, but too much information that he didn't have right there. So FNS gets that final frag. It's 9-2. And Conquest, not the easiest decision. Some people are rich, some people are poor, and it looks like they'll just try to even out their money a little bit with this half-buy.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get some deagles in play. 1 tech 9 onto daps. Like 4 flashes in a smoke, so you feel that at some point they just have to try to gather up and smash something. But in fact, it seems like they're trying to go for some picks. And whoa, ShahZaM, really nice 1D there on the JDM. Whether or not they could actually even collect that, it's probably a little bit far gone, especially with the way that the CTs are positioned to kind of prevent that. But they do slowly fall back. The op was collected by Tarik. He'll kind of leave his rifle behind, which could get picked up still. So see if Conquest, again, I mean, the last round they won was off of a force buy like this, actually. So
the most sustainable way to win rounds. Just kidding. Wow, that nade, that actually hurt me. I think it was explosive. I like the nades that break the windows. Somehow the windows breaking are like louder than the grenades. Like on Cobble, if you're saving out in the B halls and the bomb goes off, oh my god. Rip ears. But here we go. They're still trying for it. Hayes shooting them down. Oh my gosh, NAF, nice one. Up on the sandbags there. Shot into window, which Cutler's coming through now as the last remaining CT. 1 versus 4. He takes down Rush.
Wow.
And they're just
They've
backing
won a
off.
pistol and 2 force buys.
Yep.
With pistols. So Kings of the Pistols apparently is Conquest, but they've yet to put together a gun round. Granted, a lot of these rounds have come down to 1v1s and stuff like that. So there's been a lot of opportunities, but they just haven't been able to close out rounds. And this is not even out of the equation yet. Cutler's found a kill. He's got Stanislaw low. He's starting to run out of time, though, but he still does have somewhat of a shot. But now
he also flashed himself completely.
That's a little bit rough. That's kind of the anti-clutch.
Yeah, it's all right, though. It was 1v4. You're allowed to lose those.
So there you have it, 3-9.
Yeah,
Still
JDM.
heavily in favor of CLG, but these force buys.
Polite request. Can you guys stop with the deagles? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
That's what's winning them rounds on the Conquest
Starts with
side,
a little bit of saltiness, but he tops it off with a nice compliment to JDM. Or rather, sorry, to ShahZaM.
And now they finally have CLG onto a save, despite the fact that it was like a crazy run of wins. Like I said, a lot of those rounds came down to 1v1, 2v2 side situations. So they have, in fact, went ahead and already forced CLG on to a save.
Yeah, that really tells you how close these rounds were.
Absolutely.
There was 1 or 2 CTs remaining on pretty much all of them, so the money was always more or less in check, and it just took one quick little, what was it, a couple back-to-back rounds. CLG is broken, so Conquest should be able to get the 4th here and actually still have the door wide open to get to those 6 rounds, Dust, which you said you feel that they need 6.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. I know they're capable of getting like 9 or 10 rounds on CT side based on what I've seen so far, so I think 6 is kind of the ticket to still having a real good chance of coming this, despite the fact CLG had such a great start. They will find an open A bomb site here shortly, as it was quite a B stack here from CLG. But the rotate's already starting to come in here. Nades are going down to try to contest that a bit, and the plant will be made by Rush. You just got to worry about their flank and this rotate bank.
Yeah, 5v5 post plant. You don't often say that in Counter-Strike. CLG, of course, were playing a bit passive, hoping people would walk into them. It wasn't the case. And now they've got to make the rotations back up to the A site. NAF and daps are cutting them down. Tarik not allowed out of the stairs. Stan finds 2 with the ump from that position over by stairs. So $1,200 for him and NAF. 2 kills with the M4, A1S, 4 rounds on the board, and honestly, not the best buy even coming in on this round for CLG.
Yeah, and this is their last one of the half if they don't win this one. I mean, if they lose this thing, they're not going to have anything really much to work with to buy on the last round of the half. I mean, they'd be sitting at, what, $2,400. That means the highest money they'd have is $2,900 there on hazed. I mean, you factor in if they get some kills, that would change a bit, but this could be Conquest's, like you said, their road to 6 rounds if they can lock this one up.
Someone just took a nade to the chest. I'm thinking it was JDM. He was pretty low. Daps will finish him off. Now NAF pushing down. He finds hazed, and now Conquest looking like they did on Mirage. They get a couple rounds in a row. They're looking pretty dominant. Tarik and FNS still in okay spots. Unfortunately, Conquest just doesn't have to go this way.
Indeed, they don't, and they're already starting to traverse into the A bomb site here, kind of knowing that at least one is left behind over at construction. So they have a pretty good idea what's going on here, and they'll get a very safe plan at A. Tarik going to catch the lurk of Stanislaw. It is a trading situation, though, so they have the intel on where the last guy is, and they still have 4 players up. So there's no way Tarik wins this round, so Conquest at least get to 5. And again, they're pretty well set up since they only gave up 1 frag. That there won't be much to work with here from CLG going into this final round of the half.
Okay, now the door that was open earlier to finish this 9-6 from Conquest, that door's been blown off of its hinges, just like someone dropping an HE by Squeaky on Nuke.
It's got to walk through now, man.
Yeah, all they have to do is walk on through, but maybe the scouts, the 257s and the CZ will probably still have the crosshairs on that open doorway.
They might have a landmine as you walk through.
Yeah, sometimes HEs can look like that. So let's see. Into the last round of the first half. On the second map here.
Conquest. What a recovery to win 4 of the last 5 rounds.
But
JDM, it's big. He gets an AK as well out of it, but he won't be able to use it.
There's Stan, though, even, yeah, like you said, can't use it. He evens it up. He takes away that AK that CLG had picked up for themselves. Still, Conquest maybe sweating a little bit as NAF is down to 6 HP, but here is Rush. He steps up a lot of the times when his team needs it the most. FNS now just aggressive out, attacking from the defensive position. Does find a frag, pick up an AK. He's been since flashed, and now counter flash is going back. Rush and NAF very blind, and looks like ShahZaM's trying to take point out with this up. Rush working his way out in front of that, but here's FNS with 1, 2. Can he get the 3rd? He won't need to because it's hazed with the 5-7 Conquest. They can't walk through the door.
Yeah, something held them back there as we saw a lot of force buy wins, like 3 of Conquest round wins
maybe it was
with pistols, and CLG gets one there at the very end. So kind of a crazy half, but pretty dominant display from CLG there. Towards the end, they slipped up a bit, allowed Conquest to win 4 out of 5 rounds right before the last one, but then they are able to pick up the 15th and get that 10-5 lead. Now, that doesn't mean Conquest is out of it just yet. If they can secure themselves a pistol round here, they could still find themselves back into this game, but you allow CLG to be 3 rounds away from match point, or a victory rather, and I think that might be a bit too hard for Conquest to recover from.
Yep. So Conquest will want to win here. Rush has 1 kit, 3 Kevlars, and utility actually for both teams. So pretty similar buy-ups, and CLG going out to middle fountain area and a flash over long. They actually got the bomb on point. That was Cutler peeking wide. He won't be spotted yet. Pretty heavy A defense though. 3 people in the site right now.
NAF gets caught though, trying to do a little bit of a flank there by FNS. You can't lurk the lurk, apparently, as FNS will take care of that. ShahZaM, though, and company defending well. They even get the bomb down. They have it back into a 4-on-4, and the damage, I guess, is pretty equal, though daps is a bit lower than the rest, than Tarik, the lowest health player here for CLG, and Tarik is able to get down ShahZaM, so this is going back and forth, but starting to sway in favor of CLG.
I'm surprised ShahZaM peeks that again, given that they have the bomb down right there in front of them.
Yeah. Not too sure on that.
I would call that a bit
exactly,
of a mistake, and now it's given CLG a 4-on-3. Dap still low, but here's Rush finding Tarik, and that bomb is still down, so Conquest have that to their advantage.
Yeah, now Rush just kind of jumps by making sure no one else is there, but look at FNS on the lurk, able to creep around on Stanislaw. Stanislaw picks it up, but he can't get the kill. Now there's a backstab coming in that they have to worry about. That's still hiding away from that backstab on the side of the truck. Really well done, and they chase down JDM, and that's just such good awareness from Daps to realize where things were at and to be able to block himself off from the flank and come up with 2 big kills, and he saves the day there for Conquest.
I'm about to be completely, as long as I keep casting with music on, I'm going to be so biased towards Daps to hit these clutches because his music kit is sick.
All these things I can't enjoy.
Just turn it on. It's one setting. Like, don't be a scrub. People were flaming me earlier, like, you play with music on? Like, casting right now.
You're such a casual, dude. Just silver.
Casual, dude. I'm wood 3.
Not even silver
wood
elite.
3.
Wood league? What's below wood? I don't even know what would be below wood. Like dirt?
I don't know. Chicken. The chicken rank.
Chicken rank. That's actually a rank in Hearthstone, isn't it?
I don't know. It wasn't Gunbound. It was like Gunbound started at chicken and then went to wooden mallets, and then like stone mallets. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's the best game ever. So, Daps up in the window, getting pecked at by a lot of pistols, but does
keeping
find
it alive.
One, and now Rush and his teammates will actually not be able to stop the bomb from going down. So hazed gets the plant, but Conquest keeping everyone up.
How much did they invest into that, though?
Not that much, actually.
Okay, so they actually could get the AK buy then here. I think, I think you're right. I think they only really had like some P250s, so they didn't go like crazy heavy Tech 9 head armor and stuff. So yeah, the option is actually there for them to go ahead and make a purchase this round if they so choose.
Glad to see we got some Gunbound fans out there in the Twitch chat. Get me sick. Yeah, here come the AKs, and actually more nades than I would have even really expected.
Yeah, and you see the M4s coming out here on ShahZaM, who actually had to do the rebind. They bought the SMGs because they were hoping that they would just win that round, right? And they don't have to worry about guns until round number 4. But unfortunately for them, a low investment round still yields a plant. So they have to deal with the AKs here and now without having the luxury of being able to like really economically afford the upgrade of those SMGs right here and now. So that gives CLG a little bit of an edge here, firepower-wise, going into this round. They already do have pretty good control of A. You didn't see Conquest try to pressure this at all. They're just sitting back in the side, conceding a lot of map control here to CLG.
Yeah, where's the Conquest money left at? Well, ShahZaM is at 0, so if Conquest actually all die here, they might not be able to go in for a rifle round. But generally, you'll see the submachine gun stay along because, you know, if you lose, you can bring those rifles back out. But Conquest have actually been pretty good at just converting these straight up. I mean, ShahZaM starts off with a first kill there. He's kind of stuck at this sign. He wants to fall back to the site but can't do it. He needed the help of a teammate, a flash, a smoke, something to be able to cross back. Tarik now moving up, caught off guard by Ruff with the MP9. He gets 2, and that is NAF, of course. $1,200. JDM, though, trading them out 2-on-2 right now. JDM on 9 HP, and that nade will just take him down. Watch him crumple.
Unfortunate.
It's like he got focused in Street Fighter 4. I'm
into
throwing
that
game
now,
references all over the place right now. Here's FNS.
FNS gets the kill.
Stan. 1-on-1.
Don't mess this up, FNS. No, he's not going to mess this up.
That would have been amazing.
But he plants in the open and rushes right there. That is, I am surprised he planted that far open. I mean, he knew that. Well, Rush got a nade kill, so he could have planted safely, right? I mean, he knew that Rush got a nade kill on the A side, so he should have known that Rush was in position to quick rotate like that the window.
Yeah, maybe he thought he was going to come construction through sandbags, and he was like, hey, I'm going to just get the bomb down as fast as humanly possible, then try to get to another spot. Hard to say.
Yeah.
At least he didn't miss the water.
1v1s are always have like a lot of flexibility on how they're played. Like, it's really hard to call someone out on how they play a 1 versus 1. It's so difficult to really factor everything in and play it like to a T. There's no perfect formula for a 1v1.
Kind of like watching someone play Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Got him.
Pistols here only for CLG, so Conquest is working on closing the gap on the scoreboard here. They get the 3-0 start. Great chance for 4-0 here. ShahZaM with the M4 taking some nice, I mean, he's gotten a nice few initial kills here in this half thus far, and we'll see if they can clean it up. It's like NAF is to the task.
Nice, that's kind of like a slant rhyme you had going there. Stan in B, he'll start rotating up now. It's going to be daps to peek out of the A site, get 2, and actually 3. Yes, daps, turn up the beat. And now CLG back out to a rifle round. So this is a round of pretty big importance. CLG can be easily put right back onto, I guess this would be max bonus, so they'll have at least like $3,600. So they can get some rifles, maybe some Galeals, have one person go Tech 9 utility. But this is the door open for the full-on comeback for Conquest.
Yeah, this could be the round. I mean, they still have Stanislaw on the ump. He seems to favor that, though. They have plenty of money to rebuy next round no matter what. Meanwhile, CLG, max loss bonus, yeah. So I guess they could force something out next round. This doesn't work out, but it wouldn't be the best. This is their better situation, the whole Conquest off is really the point here. They have the op in JDM's hands. They won't have that next round if they forfeit this one. So we need to see what they can come up with here. They already do have Finesse pushed into construction. They're starting to route everyone else back over. Cutler will remain at A, try to see if he can't hold people in position. But Daps has already started to rotate to B, and Rush and Stanislaw are obviously also there as well. So it's just about whether or not Tarik and company can find an opening here.
I feel like Finesse could be in a key spot. Although Rush, let's see. Oh, Rush is just going to line him up. He's actually only got the one. Does turn to find Finesse. Rush was playing that spot right there on that little slant into Canal almost every single round on land, and he was still getting 2Ks every single round, and here he does it again online.
It's so hard to play that spot because when you get pushed sandbags like what happened, it can be really hard to respond to that and still keep your focus on being able to defend the monster. And but he reacted. He got that kill on the sandbags push, and that's like such a big second frag to get. If he doesn't get that, there's still hope for CLG. But the fact that he does respond and grab it, that pretty much seals the deal here for Conquest to tie this game up.
JD, I'm going to try to survive. Oh my gosh! But you know the barrel of the op is long.
You know what else is long?
Yes.
A.
Hey, got him. Or one could say schlong A. No? Okay.
I suppose.
That was too,
Not sure where you're going with that one.
Too much of a pun.
Oh, okay.
Dude, Stan in this ump. If they ever start making like player, you know, like NBA players have shoes. Like CS player have guns. If they ever make an ump, it's got to be a Stanislaw.
He just used the pistol though. He didn't even care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. 2
USP kills, picks up a C250 for a third, and just absolutely crushes that eco rush by CLG through Monster. And now Conquest going to have the lead for the first time since round 1. You know, when they lost that second round in the first half. So here you go.
Yeah,
full buy from CLG.
And Stan is like, you know what? Stan on the ump. He really just doesn't care. I should have asked him more about that.
Trying to think of like a witty combination of ump and Stanislaw that would be cool, but I didn't.
No, I don't know about that. I usually default to lovely lady umps, but I haven't been able to work that one in yet, so we'll just throw it out there.
I'm not sure.
People can rate that at face value. Out of 8, please. Here's a rush in that spot again, by the way.
Yep. I mean, it's good as long as the attention's drawn from Stanislaw, and he has dats to back him up to kind of catch any type of sandbag push as well this time. So this is a really good setup. It does cost you a heavy investment to be so at least A, a bit vulnerable, and your rotates a bit longer to help out at A. But if this becomes a huge B hit, they're so well set up to defend against it.
And the smoke's about to come out. Of course, this will telegraph the B take. And already, that might have actually just been a pure timing coincidence, the fact that that incendiary went out. And now Monster is smoked. They're going to have to go in reverse. Stan is right there with that up, finding two. Finally taken down. Hayes now going to try to work his way in. No, they're not. Actually, Hayes and JDM have not committed. Going to try to reflash and find this. But Rush still there, and his flash is going to be better. These guys are so blind. He gets them both. Hayes just wanders back into the crosshair, into the spray down. He falls. It's up to Finesse now, 1 versus 4. He trades out Rush. But he's got a lot of work ahead of him. And, yeah, they hear the footsteps. Daps is there.
Again, there's really 2 things with that. I kind of already mentioned perfect setup for B execute with Rush being able to kind of float back and forth. Daps has his sandbags covered. He's there to play the bait setup with Stanislaw. Not only that, they have to run through a smoke, which gives Stanislaw probably at least 1 free frag, right? I think he got 2 out of that.
Yeah, he did get 2.
And I think the other big thing there, though, was the second factor was how long it took after they threw their nades from construction to get back set up Monster and actually push into the B-bomb side.
That's smoke.
I mean, it was so telegraphed at that point. Even the rotates started coming in so early because of that. And you know the rotates are quick on this map. So I think both of those things really just hurt CLG. The perfect setup from Conquest and a bit slow on the execute from CLG leads to a round win for Conquest.
I took the risk to follow that smoke. I'm very glad it didn't screw up. But that smoke that Daps and Conquest are throwing from sight that hits the train tracks and bounces into Monster at the very start of the round is so awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the sure way fire to ensure that they have to push to a smoke on a long B rush. If you try to throw it while you're jumping out of windows, say, they could actually beat your smoke. And so that is very helpful. You can get it from spawn like that.
Although, as a terrorist, you do still know, like, hey, I can beat this smoke. But will you still have the confidence to push through it? Because it's going to disorientate you at least a little bit.
Yeah, this is a big round for CLG. Yes, they're on max loss bonus. They have been, as they haven't won a round this entire half, but they're starting to get into just like forcing everything they can every round, which means JDM will never be able to touch the op again unless they can start securing some rounds, and they're going to go for the push. Stanislaw with the ump is here, taking a lot of damage, though can't find a single frag, and Rush also went down, so they finally break through the speed defense.
Yeah, and they're about to make a game of this. Conquest, the money actually really, really good. ShahZaM going for this boost. Cutler spots him, has a nade out, and even still has time to react. ShahZaM was trying to pick a target, but maybe couldn't find one. NAF holding on. Oh no, they're lining up all over the place. No NAF and Daps taking this round back with force. Cutler still in pit. He'll go down now the one-on-one. There's just a kid here. He's looking for some utility. He's found a flash. He's going to throw it down, get on the bomb. JDM. Oh, and it's NAF to hit the headshot. You hate to see it, Dust.
You do. CLG finally cracks that B defense. They get Stanislaw and Rush down for free. Those two
Why are they running at those people?
I don't know. I mean, like, they were wreaking havoc on them. Stanislaw and Rush, that is really defending B well. Finally, CLG crack it. They get a bomb down. They have a 5-on-3. I think they actually had a 5-on-2, right?
Chat spamming 5-on-2.
Yeah, because they killed ShahZaM.
I'm going to go with chat.
Yeah, they killed ShahZaM on the boost. They had a 5-on-2 Helium. Yet they just pushed the
they literally did anything but that.
Yeah, that's insane.
And to be fair, you can never blame the last guy. I mean, he didn't win the 1v1, but that 1v1 should have never happened.
No, they had a 5-on-2. There was no need. I know they wanted to try to prevent the op from being saved, I guess, but you don't have the money to really chase.
Yep.
Luckily, they get the bomb that they can still buy here, but wow, that is a rough round to lose.
So I'm gonna throw some perspective in on this. So there were only 5 rounds for Conquest on the T side, right? But at this point, there are 0 for CLG.
Really good math there. Really recovering from the first best of 3 where you screwed up a round counter. It's okay.
Whatever, man.
Math minor.
Didn't pretend to do math. And I live by the motto of never do math live. So I really don't live by it.
Guess not. As this big round here from CLG, they want to try to break back into this thing. They're pressuring over to the A side. ShahZaM does have that op back in his hands, watching mid. We see CLG setting up the smokes. There's already 3 at A. We're already begin to see some people starting to rotate off the B-bomb side as well, so let's see if CLG can actually press in.
CLG just got to move in and hit these shots now to take the site. Still some fire in their way. NAF in a really good spot. He's behind the smoke. Will he realize that Tarik is planning? I think he's being spammed at. NAF wasn't able to get it. Tarik now falls. Cutler gets 1. ShahZaM, though, still opping, still hitting shots. 4-on-3. The bomb is down for CLG, but they are also a man down themselves.
different type of plant, too. It's not actually where you normally expect it. It's kind of in the corner, which allowed them to get it down safely, but it doesn't matter. The retake too powerful. Stanislaw coming in there with 2. ShahZaM with 2 with the AWP. You know, even though the initial execute, they had to forfeit the site, ShahZaM remains alive and finds a couple of frags there to help his team retake the site. And there you have it. 14-10 for Conquest. CLG keeps getting bomb plants, so they keep still getting pretty decent buys, but they still haven't found a round this half. I mean, even when they had a 5-on-2, they couldn't close out a round. This is looking rough for CLG. No pun intended.
Again, talk about that body. Did you see that T body that was laid out on the trash cans today? That was pretty great. Some overpass and chill right there. As Finesse.
Go TV and chill.
Oh, does get the entry onto daps. Stan is here and rush from that position where he is literally every single round. Still finds one and an assist on the Tarik. So it's a 2-on-2 HP advantage. Oh my gosh. Rush caused so much damage. He even gets another assist out of that. So a kill and 2 assists.
To watch.
It comes down to the 1-on-1. ShahZaM with an AK. Sorry, other way. JDM with an AK. ShahZaM with the op. And both on virtually even HP.
JDM trying to press up, but look away ShahZam's position. JDM seems to know what comes out, and ShahZaM misses the shot. ShahZaM connects, and so at least CLG remains alive a bit longer here. But they have to rebuy a lot, Joey. And if their money gets reset right now, that would pretty much be game. So while they won a round finally, they're still in such a rough position.
I like KOZR_, who's really trying to push the Curry over the Kobe. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Steph Curry?
Yeah.
He won a championship.
No, I mean, it honestly makes more sense, but it's just probably not something that's going to change.
Nowadays. Yeah, that's true. I wonder why it was Kobe and never, like, Jordan or something. Like, is it just Kobe roll off the tongue better?
Yeah, I guess. And that's more current than...
yeah, and he had that big, like 82-point game, like... Right when he changed his jersey number to 24.
Yeah, I'm honestly not going to pretend to know anything about basketball. I played it a little bit when I was a kid, and then I lost 42-2, scoring the only 2 points on my team, and I was like, I'm done. I'm playing Counter-Strike.
I got you, man. Well, again, this is a really key round for CLG. They don't have any money if this winds up getting lost, and that means Conquest could just walk away at 16-11. So they need to make this round work. Still 5-on-5. So you're getting some control over here at the A side. ShahZaM, a bit aggressive at bathrooms. Slowly fading back, though, and NAF and daps are in position to assist them here. So it's just about whether or not they can hold this execute. Even when they didn't last time around, they got the retake. So let's see what's going to happen. That kill on Cutler. Really nicely done.
Cutler sent to the ground, sliding about another 10 yards there. Now it's going to be Tarik's turn to try to get revenge for his fallen comrade. Actually, it'll be Hazed that takes down Ruff, or NAF, that has been playing in that little tight corner there by Optimus for quite a while. But look at daps. He had a massive game on Mirage. Here he comes with 2 big kills. That might just be what they need to end up closing the door here on CLG. 3-on-2. Tarik trying to work around Optimus, and JDM just going to go ahead and plant the bomb down.
Just barely gets it off.
Oh, JDM on the rush. 1-on-1. Stan versus JDM.
Ooh, this is so tense.
No utility on either of these guys. Stan can take a little bit of time. Oh, his heads were spotted, but JDM hits the flick shot off the left side of the sight box. 3K for JDM, and keeping CLG alive in this. But Conquest, their economy was so good they can actually still buy again. So no easy way out.
And CLG in the same boat. Still in the same boat where they have to rebuy 4 players. 3 down to 0, 1 down to 150. They lose this round. It's the same scenario where Conquest escapes to a 16-12 because they have nothing to work with in the final round. So still in that really risky situation. I mean, even though they're winning rounds, they're hurting themselves by making them so costly.
Whoa. This bullet
did you hear that ricochet? That sounded like 1.6.
Jumping right into, if anything, it sounds like 007 GoldenEye to me. Like, I just get like straight up nostalgia flashbacks to GoldenEye every time I hear the sound.
New spot for Stanislaw. He's playing that corner. He's not playing up close this time. Rush is also backed off, kind of playing barrel, so they're a bit more passive at B this time. But CLG's really been testing the waters at A lately, and they've had some mixed results, but lately it's been good. It's kind of kept them in the game, especially that last round. And ShahZaM and NAF are pretty well apart, so this could be really punished here. They're not playing together at all. ShahZam's so out on his own on an island, but he finds a pick.
ShahZam's an independent man that don't need no woman out there at long.
He does need NAF to help him win this round.
Yeah, probably.
And he gets back, and he's hunting in the corner, so this could work out unless a molly is used. JDM does have one. A lot of people do molly this corner, but in fact, he'll just peek out and get a kill and gets the bomb down. He gets that information. This is massive.
Well, they know he's on this corner, but they will have to use some utility and play around it. And actually, he just pushes out, goes aggressive. He's like, they know where I am. You know what? I'm going to go to them. And he finds another one, drops the bomb. And that's tough. I mean, ShahZaM just straight up dismantled them, winning 3 1v1s over there at long. And now that there's no time, and Stan's actually pretty close by, you can take these people down after time, and that would actually just close the game.
Yeah, that would be, God, how deadly that would be if they're unable to hold on to these guns. They're going to be able to hold on to the op and Galil. That's all they're going to have. That's it. That's all the equipment they really got. They're only going to be able to get upgraded pistols here on the rest of their players and some utility. I mean, ShahZaM just making a massive play. It was definitely risky. I mean, he put himself out there in isolation. He had no teammate for support, so if he gets killed there at the very beginning, it's actually an instant 4-on-5. But he gets 3 kills and wins the round, so he's the hero, and he puts his team at map point in a very advantageous spot with CLG so low on equipment value. But look at NAF, so a push-up on stairs. They're so well set up for this B hit.
And there's Cutler, gets the first, but... Oh, actually, Cutler finds another one, and also hazed. Here's Rush still holding on. Gets one with an N4, pulls out the secondary. JDM will take it down P250, and it's ShahZaM. Can he get another one for his boys on Conquest? No, he cannot. JDM hits that shot.
So many crazy force buy victories for both teams this game. Like, right when you think someone's about to just pull away, somehow a force buy rolls in to keep the other team in the game. Conquest have a bit of low money here. They're actually going to have to force buy. Do they win on a force buy, man? Is that what this world's going to come to?
This is just a half buy.
Okay.
Pull out the quasi buy. Shout out to
yeah, quasi buy. Still a lot of utility for CLG. CLG should at least push this one round forward. Conquest should have no business winning this round, but they're so pushed up at A. That's where CLG's heading. Something crazy could happen here, and that would kind of just be a great fitting ending. It would be a fitting ending, seeing as how many force buy rounds we've seen go the force buy team's direction this series.
Seeing how their hand fits on the other person's face.
Mm-hmm. What?
You said, I don't know. Someone in chat maybe got it. Maybe I was just out of line.
It's
I
okay.
apologize.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Not like
God.
This,
seriously, not like this. It does happen a lot, though.
Please, no.
And
there's only one guy at B in the rushing B. That have to do something massive. Oh, no. Please. That's my heart.
Oh, daps. With the CZ Emerald.
Where art thou, CZ?
There's definitely a Wizard of Oz reference to be made right now. Smoke will go down at the sandbags. Daps, will he push through it? Can't really tell if he's moving. He is pushing through it. Walks into the crossfire, but there's Rough, a.k.a. NAF-FLY, a.k.a. I hate you, NAF. Please put your name as NAF.
So, force buy win from CLG to keep him in it. Force buy a victory from Conquest
to put him out of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a crazy storyline in itself, just looking at those last 2 rounds, but got to give it up to Conquest. They just absolutely dismantled CLG over on Mirage. It wasn't even a close contest by any stretch of the imagination. There's really no point in even analyzing it. It was just straight domination. You go over to Overpass, you know, good CT saw from CLG, 10 rounds, very respectable for this map. But Conquest, you know, they come right back. I think they went on like a 9 or 10 round winning streak to tie up the game at 11-all or something like that. And then they wind up finding a way to close out the game there in the end. Some great individual efforts from ShahZaM over at the A side. We saw Stanislaw and Rush defending B quite well throughout the second half. And they went in on a force buy. So crazy, crazy stuff. But Conquest are going to take it tonight against CLG.
Yeah, there is no justice in the world, apparently, with these force buys. But that'll be that. 2-0 for Conquest. I was trying to get the result of Method versus Luminosity because we ended that one at 1-1 going into Mirage as the third deciding map with Luminosity. And there it is. Luminosity won 2-1 over Method. So I would actually say somewhat unexpected, right? I came in tonight thinking that would just straight up be a
2-0.
A 2-0. So the fact that Method even got one round is pretty nice. And it was 16-5 on Mirage, by the way.
How's that possible? Oh, 16-5. I thought you said 16-15. I am dumb. That makes sense.
I was like, how is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, Method getting cash, I mean, that is a map that Luminosity has been a bit more shaky on compared to the rest. But nonetheless, you know, it is going to be a victory for Luminosity. So they were the favorites to win that group, but Method still has a chance to come out of it in the second slot. as they did already get that win against 3s Up last night. So they still have a chance there to get out of that group and move on to the playoff portion of this qualifier. Meanwhile, Conquest has made a pretty bold statement. I think they actually take the top of their group, so they will move straight on to the upper bracket, the semifinals, and have that luxury of having a second chance if they do wind up losing one of the best of threes in the playoff bracket. Of course, it's the top 2 teams from the bracket to move on to the actual LAN, which will be in Belarus, I believe, towards the end of this year. So really, really cool stuff, as we'll have some more matches going on throughout the rest of this week as well, right here on the English channel for StarLadder. So be sure to, follow this page and catch some more action the rest of this week.
Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly when we will be casting. We're kind of just helping fill in. But if you want to know, if you like the cast and want to know when we will be casting some more StarLadder or whatever, you can get me, Helium, on Twitter @HeliumBrella and Dust @DustMurray. And until next time, guys, we'll see you.